Welcome back to Uncle Owen's Barbecue. We are delighted that you decided to stop in and check out what's new. And you are just in time.
Are you even supposed to be here today?
Don't get me started.
I'm Dr. Afra, and I'm pleased to present you with the freshest assortment of mouth-watering figures you may have already sunk your teeth into. We begin this platter of proper portions with Princess Leia, TVC 316. The long wait is over. This should have been the very first Leia figure released in TVC, but now that this oversight has been remedied, it's time to focus on other characters who haven't been given the same honors.
Are we actually gonna do this?
But not before we go over this outright delight with the wearable hood look to the happy hour casual style. This is how we want to meet the princess, and how we see her become a princess without a planet to place that title upon. Her dress is not soft goods.
Please, can I finish?
And although her legs do bend and rotate at the knee and ankle,
You don't seem to understand. Or you're trying real hard not to.
the scene in which Luke Skywalker liberates Leia from cell 2187,
Continue.
no matter how much you at extremely great lengths want to recreate it, you better pack a lunch.
Have a happy meal. Be happy.
Because that more than slight Hasbro oversight must be tolerated.
Do you realize what you've done?
And the Death Star chasm swinging scene is disappointing to say the least, as Leia can't sit down.
She's a modern and empowered woman unfettered by the antiquated gender roles of a bygone era.
But I think that is where the displeasing aspects cease.
That's it. That's the one.
The subtle showing belt under a gently flowing river of eggshell bedsheet with a lovely jawline, button nose, contoured brow, and her buns aren't too bad to look at either. It's unlikely that improvements I've mentioned will be corrected at any point in the future, so you might as well get two for a dual display. G8R3. Discover the Force 4. This docking station comes as the accessory to our astromech, first seen while eluding capture by the Federation. One of 6 astromech droids is served on the Naboo Royal Starship, all worked collectively to maintain the Queen's transport, as one by one, each were eliminated by pursuing Federation forces until only the one droid that remained repaired its ship's shield generator and went on to have many more adventures. Unfortunately, that droid was not G8R3. The wires protruding from the drive motors add extra realism, and if you need a literal third wheel, G8R3 is state-of-the-art. On the ground, in the air, traveling in space, cable ready, patent pending, and voice activated.
Antennas activate. I'm just putting on a voice.
Maybe you prefer to customize your droids.
What are you talking about?
You know what has to happen.
Yes.
That top needs to come off.
You want to be a star, don't you? Then take it off!
And instantly he is battle damaged,
Ooh. Describe stuff.
or maybe someone is taking care of a bad motivator. Either way, the dome antenna does not retract.
So play nice.
Worth being mentioned are the vent and fan ports. Palpatine Hologram Mechno Chair, Legacy Collection 10. As a chair, I suppose that of a bicycle with no seat would be similar to the sensation one might experience when using this Nemodian cure to the lazy boy. If you called dibs on this non-reclining gem, think happy thoughts when climbing upon it, and don't forget the donut pillow. Uncomfortable as it is, and just look at it. It looks uncomfortable. It makes up for it in its Treasure Planet-esque decorated markings and the way it moves with a mechanical spider's grace.
Droids are trapped. That thing will never get past those rocks.
It isn't just a form of transportation for the wealthy. It also has a built-in holoprojector and a very dangerous and tamper-proof self-destruct system.
Don't touch that.
Say what you will about this reconstructive surgery-causing throne. It offers a better status to the owner than other popular modes of transportation chosen throughout the galaxy. It is not, I repeat, it is not a portable lavatory. So, like it or not, you'll need to walk down to the Toydarian's shop, and they never have tissue. Or you're just gonna have to hold it.
Oh, that's just great.
Clone Commander Rex, TVC 317. Braca Mission.
We've met before, but something tells me you're going to remember me this time.
This is hardly an introduction, as we've already seen the anticipated releases of this character.
Twice.
But this one had blown the other two away. They will forever have their place among those figures that are always being enhanced, however, never achieve perfection.
Forever?
But if you are looking for the definitive veteran CT-7567, then look no further. Count the marks on his armor and you'll see that, Clone Wars to Bad Batch, this is the one.
Wow.
Sadly, one gripe is present with this TVC Wonderment. This problem is something we've seen far too often, and it's enough to make you cry.
Let their kids see this!
You must be ready for the disappointment involved in swapping out available head-helmet pieces, as the helmet cannot be worn, only interchanged.
How are you supposed to get a head in there? He can't put his head in there. That's not a helmet, it's a head.
So you will have to buy two, or play musical chairs with a variety of head and or body combinations to customize the best variant possible.
No.
But if you only desire one, who am I to talk you into anything more? It does beg to have a dual display, and I'm sure individually they could add exactly what you need. And you would visually enjoy each one equally.
But I can't make you.
Concept Boba Fett, 30th Anniversary Collection, 15. Alright, we don't really need to get into the background of this Ralph McQuarrie concept figure.
Tell us about the Ravage, George.
We have this variant because the costume just wasn't ready, but the production photos have always assisted us in getting figures we probably wouldn't have otherwise. Originally envisioned to be a Super Trooper before he became the holiday special Mandalorian we now know. This early screen-tested outfit lasted just long enough to slow a certain Wookiee's Life Day destination. A lot of people have mixed feelings about Life Day, especially stormtroopers. Boba Fett comes with both helmets. However, not the jetpack we all love. But Proto Fett can open his abdominal stash pocket as well as produce an open flame.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
It's not what you know, it's who you know. Get him a job as Vader's assistant, or place him with your other Mandalorians. They need all the help they can get. Without a dented helmet, he can become any Mandalorian. Stormtrooper, TVC 231. More figures of this character have been made than any other in the galaxy.
That's right.
Call them what you want. Imps, stormtroopers, bucketheads. You've seen them for years. They like to see identification, and they're inquisitive about your droids. You could do worse than getting your hands on at least one TVC 231 A New Hope Stormtrooper.
Well, my immediate reaction is no.
And if your reaction was no, perhaps it has to do with the sloppy, impulsive way that its card back has been repurposed. The card back has the same photo as TVC 41 Empire Strikes Back, but has been upgraded in every other way. More realistic helmet, better articulation. It just didn't come packaged with the right blaster. But we can run with it. If not for the card back, get it for the blue and gray colors on the abdominal plate. This figure might be carrying something concealed, and I don't think that it was general issued. He has an it quality with his sleek style and moxie.
Hey, wait a minute. Did I just say moxie? Whoa!
The blaster holster is also an upgrade, except it does not accommodate blaster storage smoothly.
If it doesn't fit, make it.
I'm getting the feeling that some Hasbro people don't know Jack.
Who's Jack?
Darth Vader, TVC 334. Everything is great about this figure except for the card back.
It's getting worse.
Who was the person who made a great Vader but reused the card back from TVC 93 Star Wars, which itself was a reused card back of TVC 8 Empire Strikes Back?
Come on, nobody's gonna be mad. I just want to know.
Were there not enough photos of the Sith Lord to choose from? Not a choking scene of Mahdi or Rayman Antilles' very last little white lie? I suppose it could have been worse, but I'm not sure how. That doesn't subtract from the upgraded status, and nothing is taken from the figure due to the package problem. This is a fabulous Darth Vader.
No doubt about that.
Red eyes, soft goods, swivel thighs, jointed ankles, and hinged wrists. If I had to say only one good thing about this figure, it would be that I believe that this version of Darth Vader is a slight upgrade to the New Hope predecessor.
Please! They always are!
Except such flaws did not go ignored and will not be forgotten. Now, if we can take a break from any more Vaders, we have enough. And at this moment, we don't require any more.
None.
I know your tricks, Hasbro. Not in TVC. Not in 5POA. It would also be fantastic if we could receive some sort of confirmation pertaining to this. Din Djarin, TVC 181. This is a great figure to place in his journey to receive a full Beskar treatment. And even if you lack the Razor Crest or the custom N1 Starfighter, you can still traverse the galaxy.
Multipass.
Parts of his armor appear to have different alloys, and are not as shiny as others. You might not believe me, but I think that chronologically this happens to be a good thing.
She's so positive and grateful about everything.
Now, I will add that giving us any unnecessary reproductions of this named Mandalorian are unwarranted. We still need to see a muddy Mando and hopefully with a soft goods mudded looking cape. Some might not think that such a small detail would matter, however that's what I am looking for in this episodic cape.
I like it dirty.
We don't want this character to turn into another Luke Skywalker outfitted in black variant of variants. Would we?
Come on, genius. I know you can get there.
If it wasn't for the cape, I'd offer a better score. Other Din figures, both carded and uncarded, have been better.
This is a joke.
But each one is excellent, and compared to the 5POA that we are forced to endure, this is not terrible when it comes packaged with a choice of how to face the world in a preferred pose.
I get it. It's cute.
I think you can't go wrong with any Din Djarin variant, but possessing a variety of the character with all the slight differences, this is the way.
Yeah, I guess all's well that ends well, huh? We can go home now.
I hope we filled you with more galactic treats than you can handle. Now, if you desire to be a galactic first responder, give that subscribe button a single compression, following similar attention to the like button, and hit that bell reserving your next experience with us, exclusively with no wait time for seating. I'm Dr. Afra, and this has been Uncle Owen's Barbecue.